Committee, Ms. Strickland, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman Payne and Ranking Member Crawford. Mr. Chairman, I have an opening statement to enter into the record.
Without objection.
And Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for your leadership in holding this important hearing today. And I especially want to thank all of the witnesses for your factual, compelling, and diverse stories of discrimination. The topic of this hearing today is, does discrimination exist in passenger rail contracting? And without having to even do a disparity study, I knew the answer was yes. And those who have testified have demonstrated that. We also know that a lot of the racial and gender discrimination that exists through your stories and experiences, there are other people who have the same stories to tell, but they're just not here today. They've been denied contracts, opportunities, and fair consideration. And I sincerely thank all of our witnesses today. Mr. Clark, I'd like to start with a question for you. In your testimony, you noted that some of the success that GWP has had after you acquired control, including serving as the DBE rail contractor for Chicago Transit Authority. Can you please tell us about the differences your firm has experienced in pursuing projects with DBE programs like FTAs versus agencies that don't have the programs?
Well, the agencies that don't have the program don't give us any opportunity to work. I have been saying for a long time as an advocate that if they don't have to, they won't. They will not share in anything. There are so many prime contractors now, okay, that we have good relationships with that only call us when they have a project that requires some kind of goal to be met. So other than that, we don't have that opportunity. Or if we do bid them, and sometimes we bid these contracts with private groups, okay, and agencies. They don't tell you where you stand in your bid. They just say who's won the job, and they move on. So we don't win those type of jobs. We're very seldom solicited. However, this week something new happened, last week, I'm sorry, and we were actually sent a solicitation from Norfolk Southern, and we were knocked off our feet, okay, because we've been trying to get in to let them know what we do for the longest, and it was a minority business representative. And we were shocked because they never had anything like that before. So I felt like what's going on here today and what's been pushed by the Congressional Black Caucus is starting to make a difference. People are recognizing that they're going to have to accept us and we can make a difference. We feel that we have made a difference as a small contractor in several states.
Thank you. I now want to turn to Mr. Canty. Sir, the examples of intimidation and blatant discrimination that you noted in your testimony is simply unconscionable. Could you talk more about the toll it takes on you as a contractor and a business owner about what it takes to pursue action against these actions and how it affects your ability to compete?
The toll it takes is everybody on this Zoom. At the end of the day, with all the difference, we're all people, right? We're all people. And the toll it takes on a person is indescribable. It's indescribable. It's the worst. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. We don't have time to get into it in totality, but the toll is indescribable. I mean, the toll it has on your families, the toll it has then on your ability to provide for your family, but your ability to provide for your employees is huge. So there's a net ripple effect of bills that literally just can't get paid, and net ripple effect of, and this is the reason I believe what was done to me was, as far as I heart, and I forgot to mention you guys, I used to work for these guys as an employee for a joint venture. So I knew them and they knew me. And I had the first man and protege in the history of the United States DOT heavy civil with them. I think the reason why they do this is to make sure nobody else stands up, because their racism, it is profitable. It is
you.
profitable. So
Thank you. And as we look at doing a DBE study, I also want to make sure that we're looking at both the carrot and stick. There must be enforcement and accountability. I yield back.
Gentlewoman yields back, and she's absolutely correct. Next, we will have Ms. Steele for 5 minutes. You're on mute. Okay, next we will go to Mr.